At HSC, I have been working for the last 7 years. So I started my job in 2017, initially as a postdoctoral fellow in the Department of Public Policy. And then in 2018, I became an assistant professor in the Department of Sociology. In 2023, finally, I got tenured and became an associate professor in the same department. So way back in 2017, I was searching for different positions throughout the world, mostly postdoctoral positions. So through Google search, I found about HSC actually. Yes, when I was searching with, the country with Russia, I found HSC. And then I applied at HSC in, I think, 2017, February. I was interviewed in April 2017. And finally, by the end of April, I got my position. Finally, I came to HSC in 2017, September, the month of September. I joined here as a postdoc. My first impression of HSC was actually quite excellent. So I found, that was my first time in Russia and Moscow. So I found it extremely modern city with outstanding infrastructure, HSC. So the campus that I came in was Meshnitskaya 11. I started my job here. So I found all the infrastructural base as excellent. I found my colleagues were outstanding. They were outstanding scholars. I found the administrators who are managing everything are very, very kind and nice. Though the initial experience was, quite friendly, I had a bit of problem with language because I did not know much Russian. So I kind of adjusted my life every day with little bit of Russian knowledge. Well, I found many things extremely useful actually. So when I came here, what I found is that the administrators at HSC, they're always ready. The international, IFSU department is always ready for coping with the student, helping the student, adjusting their life here. So I did not have much problem. They were also helping all the faculties, international faculties, in adjusting life at HSC at Moscow. So right now I have been working on a project on the Rohingya refugee migration in Bangladesh. I have been working on another project on coal mining, ecology, and labor in India. So for both of these projects, the fund I arrange is from my own research fund that HSC provides us. So it's a substantial amount of money that HSC provides and good enough for managing 2 projects in a year. So yes, these are the 2 projects that I'm working on, and I have been publishing papers from both the projects for quite some time in the last 2-3 years. Yes, absolutely. I have wonderful teaching experience from 2017 onwards. So from the time that I joined as a postdoc, initially I taught courses in public policy, about 2 courses. Then from 2018 onwards, when I became assistant professor in the sociology department, I was teaching number of courses to the undergraduates, to the masters, and to the PhD students. So I found that experience extremely holistic because you want to cater to all the different kinds of students that you have, because the courses that you design and the courses that you teach to these students are substantially different. And the kind of teaching that has to be done in that process is also substantially different for all the different grades of students. So and I kind of taught many sociological theory courses. I designed a new course on comparative and historical sociology for them. I designed a few new courses on research methodology and qualitative methods. So it was quite an exhilarating experience for teaching all of these students. Well, the HSC students are actually the best of the students in the country. So the best of the students come here at HSC. They're selected in that process from Russia, different parts of Russia. And what I found interesting, so apart from these students, there are lots of international students who come here as well, right? So that means when you are teaching a master's cohort, which I was teaching then, I got both excellent students from Russia as well as excellent students from throughout the world, right? So that means the teaching experience was outstanding, of course. But what I found interesting about, these students is that they are very careful in listening to the lectures. And generally, I teach for 1.5 hours in my lecture. After that, there's 1.5 hour of tutoring. So during the tutoring time, these students asked most excellent and most brilliant questions. Absolutely. So every year, I have taken part in IFSU organized tours. So there are regular boat tours that they organize every year, twice a year. And apart from that, I have also taken part in all the welcome program that they organize for the new employees that they join every year. And I usually, try to always attend these two programs that IFSU organizes, because I get to see new people, I get to meet my colleagues, new colleagues who join. And in that process, it's also a part of academic networking, right? So I know new people, I start working with them in different projects. So that is how I kind of manage these meetings by IFSU. Well, there are multiple things actually what I like about HSC Moscow. But I think if I kind of sum them up in few words, it would be, HSC Moscow gives us a lot of intellectual and academic freedom to do what we like to do, right? In terms of teaching, the kind of courses that we design and teach, so there's absolute freedom in that. The kind of courses, the kind of things that we want to research on and write on. I mean, of course, most of them are quite well trained as they come here to join in their new position. I would kind of try to be humble in offering some suggestions to them. So what I would say is that, teaching work entails a lot. When we are teaching and doing research, it entails a lot of work. So some of the work is the basic one, which is teaching, research, administration, and supervision. So all of us, we have to do that. But apart from that, academic life and academic work entails a lot many other things that continuously goes on for us. Even in days where we are working at the university and days where we are in home, academic work goes on perpetually. So what I will suggest them is that as they come here and join here, and as they see this new city and new place, of course they want to enjoy their life here. But it is important to start preparing for everything, be it teaching, be it research, from a bit early. Because academic work takes time, right? So for that reason, I would say that they should start preparing from early, so that they do not have to finish things at the deadline, so that the quality of the work that they produce, the quality of teaching that they do are good enough.